brethren, children of the stock of Abraham, and whosoever among you feareth God, to you is the word of this salvation sent. How do you exegete that and apply that to everybody?
Okay.
First it said of the stock of Abraham. To them is the salvation sent. Now let's see who the stock of Abraham is, according to Paul. Romans 9, let's start at verse 7, right? Neither because they are the seed of Abraham are they all children, but in Isaac shall thy seed be called. So it's not just because they're Abraham's children, because Abraham had a lot of children. But and Isaac was where that promise went, right? Watch this. Verse 8. That is, they which are the children of the flesh, the ones who don't receive the promise, these are the children, that is, they which are children of the flesh, these are not the children of God, but the children of the promise are counted to as the seed. Who are the children of the promise? I'm finna show you. Romans 9 and 4. Romans 9 and 4. Who are Israelites, to whom pertaineth the adoption and the glory and the covenants and the giving of the law and the service of God and the promises. So he said the stock of Abraham. We understand that the stock of Abraham goes down from Abraham, Isaac, to Jacob, and they get that salvation. So how do you exegete Acts chapter 13 and verse 23?
That's exactly my point, because Romans is basically what you're referring to. He makes a distinction between the Jews and the Gentiles, who are both, by the way, one and the same.
What? Say it again.
Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises to Yahweh, Hashem, Yahweh Shai, Hashem, Rawa Chakdash. I'm just so proud of some of the young, excuse me, some of the younger, I won't even call them children, I'd call them young men, you know, who have studied the scriptures to a level where they can partake in debates and understand the scriptures and understand who they are, where they come from, what their promise is, what their redemption is, and, you know, just have a feeling of the times, you know. And one of the things I wanted to speak about is when people try and convince Esau of the situation that who the elect are and who the promises pertain to. And it's not really our job to, I mean, if you want to punch him around a bit, that's all right, but it's not really our job to explain to him. In fact, it's my belief that in his heart he already knows. And the battle is whether he can convince you that you don't have that the promises don't pertain to you. Esau already knows he's damned. The battle here isn't to try and convince Esau of his damnation. But Esau here is trying to convince Jacob that he doesn't have salvation. And that's what the real battle is. So keep pushing. Keep the faith. Let's get a quick precept actually. If I can get into, I think it's in Job, where Yahweh asks Satan, you know, what he's been up to, and he says, he's been roaming around, you know, the earth, looking at, where is that precept now? He's been roaming the earth looking for whom he may devour, or the devil, or it was in another scripture where it says the devil's as a roaring lion. Let's say roaring lion. Give me one sec. Let's go back to here. Finally found it. It's 1 Peter 5:8. Be sober, be vigilant, because your adversary, the devil, as a roaring lion, walketh about, seeking whom he may devour. So as much as we sometimes feel that we're punching Esau around, be careful, because Esau already knows what the situation is. In his heart he knows, even though with his mouth he may say another, say something else, but he knows what he's doing. And his job isn't to try and get redemption for himself, it's to steal the redemption from you. Be sober, be vigilant, because your adversary, the devil, as a roaring lion, walketh about, seeing whom he may devour. With that, I'd like to say shalom.